Powered by Riverside FM.
Man, with all the negativity out there about JJ McCarthy coming from guys like Colin Cowherd, I've already made up my mind that I'm not going to speak on that anymore because these national guys, they really don't do a really good job of diving into teams the way they should. They just have too many teams to cover, so they give these, watered down takes. So I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on that. And very easily, we've been pointing out all the positives about a JJ McCarthy. JJ McCarthy has so many great attributes that's going to benefit the Minnesota Vikings going into next season that I can't wait to see him under center. I honestly feel like he's the best quarterback that we've had here in a long time. Is he going to be perfect? Absolutely not. Is he going to make mistakes? Absolutely, he's going to make mistakes. But long-term total package, JJ McCarthy is that bruh. Everybody's talking about it. Everybody's talking about his arm, his speed, his leadership ability. But what are some real challenges? Like, I wanted to research and try to figure out what are some real challenges for JJ McCarthy. UP Nation, this thing is not going to be easy. I think sometimes as content creators, we paint a picture that is duckies and bunnies and roses, candy canes and peppermints, and we never talk about what could derail a guy like JJ McCarthy because we always want to focus on the positives, and there's nothing wrong with focusing on the positives. But there may be some things, some obstacles, some adversity that JJ McCarthy has to overcome. What do you think will be his toughest challenge going into the season next year, UP Nation? Rack your brain, man. We got a lot of intelligent UPers out there. Rack your brain and try to figure out, okay, what could honestly derail this guy? I mean, he's not invulnerable. Things happen all the time to first-year rookie quarterbacks that play. JJ McCarthy can be no different. Although I think he's going to pan out and be phenomenal. Don't get me wrong. But I'm just saying that there are things out there that could derail him. Let me give you a prime example. I think an obvious challenge of JJ McCarthy is learning the playbook and putting that into action. It is going to hurt. I don't care what people try to tell you, UP. I don't care. Him not playing and practicing last year will hurt JJ McCarthy in some areas. We may not see it. It may not be glaring, but that is an obstacle. That is a realistic obstacle. And if anybody is trying to paint a picture to you that it's not an obstacle, well, they are just flat out wrong. It is why players put a premium on taking reps every day. If it was just as easy as doing some VR stuff, then everybody would probably do the VR stuff and not risk injury. Does that make sense? UP Nation? So there are things out there that are very important to your development. And one of those things is practicing and getting those reps. There's a premium on that, man. Don't let anybody sell you anything different. That is an obvious challenge for JJ McCarthy to overcome. I'm not saying that he can't overcome those challenges. I'm not saying that he can't overcome that specific challenge, but it is an obstacle. I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. The NFL speed versus the college speed. Now, JJ came from one of the best conferences in the country, the Big Ten. Depending on what side of the fence that you lie on, if you're an SEC guy or a Big Ten guy, whose conference is the best, I think it's easy to say that he was in the top two in one of the best conferences in the country, playing for Michigan. And I think people slight JJ because he came from a heavy run type offense. And people look at that as a reflection on JJ McCarthy, but it's not. It's the philosophy of a guy like Harbaugh. Look at what Harbaugh is doing in San Diego with Herbert. Before he got there, everybody was saying Herbert was this box office quarterback, big, strong, strapping guy, can make all the throws, and now he is in a system where they're running the ball a lot more in San Diego. And that's not because Herbert is trash or Herbert is garbage. It's the philosophy of the coach. Same thing applies to JJ McCarthy playing at Michigan. Same thing. That's an obstacle because he's going to have to get used to the speed windows that were there for a while. You're not going to have the time to play in those windows in the NFL. Better D-backs, better defensive scheme, better defensive coordinators. That's going to be an adjustment for JJ McCarthy. Not saying that he can't overcome it. Nobody's saying that. It's just an obstacle that he's going to have to overcome. I'm just looking at things that could possibly derail these things and some of the adverse challenges that JJ McCarthy is going to have to overcome in his first year at being QB1. And by the way, he is QB1. Just because KOC hasn't come and verbally said it, who else would be QB1? I mean, they got rid of Sam Darnold and they said Aaron Rodgers, hell no. So why do you think they would do that? Because JJ McCarthy is QB1. Adjusting to the spotlight in the media is going to be something that JJ McCarthy is going to have to handle. That is going to be new for him in this role in the NFL. And I think he's going to be stellar in it. He didn't have to do a whole lot of it last year because it was Sam Darnold's team. Now it's his team, so now he's going to have the press conferences, talk to the media. He's going to have to be able to handle that stuff. And looking at what he's done so far, he has the type of personality to be able to handle that stuff, man. That's one area in terms of handling people and handling the media where I'm not necessarily worried about JJ McCarthy. All rookies and first-year quarterbacks face these obstacles. You look at Kevin O'Connell's system, man. Kevin O'Connell's system, it requires, I guess the best way to put it, UP Nation, it requires next-level processing. It is extremely difficult and extremely hard. It is why a guy like a Kirk Cousins, who's an overthinker, at times can look really, really good in it, and at times looks like he's over-processing everything because there's so many variables. The whole complexity of the playbook just ate the Pastronaut alive. The Pastronaut was better when he didn't know all the stuff that the offense could do and all the variations and the intangible things, because once he started processing that stuff, the Pastronaut looked completely different. It's next level processing. JJ's got to master option, routes, pre-snap reads, full field progressions. That's going to take some time. I mean, you roll in a stat or two on rookie struggles on a lot of different complex scheme like McVay's scheme, it just takes a lot of time to get. JJ's going to get pressure from all sides, man. We've got fans that want to win now and look at him as a savior. They're going to have to be patient with that. I think he is our future franchise quarterback, but you can't have that savior now type attitude going in support of JJ McCarthy. We've got to give him time. His teammates want to win. There are guys in that locker room that want to win now. Harry the Hitman doesn't have a lot of years left. This is probably his last year. He wants to win now. A lot of guys don't want to babysit a rookie, so he's going to have to process this stuff pretty fast. The media will turn on him fast. If he gets off to a slow start, the media will turn on him fast. How will he process that negativity? Maybe not playing as well as he liked early on. But with all that being said, man, this is just a perfect fit for JJ McCarthy. You got Kevin O'Connell, who's the quarterback whisperer. You got Jefferson, Addison, Hockenson, elite weapons. Come on. What other rookie quarterback steps into a situation like that? JJ has poise. He's got maturity. He's got a football IQ to match. And the Vikings have a plan, and they're working the plan. They're working the plan. So I'm as excited as ever for JJ McCarthy. I think he is a baller, UP Nation. He's a baller. All this stuff is coming together. Keep the white noise out in terms of guys like Colin Cowherd talking about he's closer to Jackson Dart. Man, Jackson Dart never won a national championship. Jackson Dart haven't won a championship at every level that he's been at. And there is no question that eventually, I'm not saying next year, but eventually JJ McCarthy is going to win a Super Bowl, not for somebody else, but for the purple. A great coach used to always tell me greatness is not reserved for someone else. It's deserved for yourself. It is reserved for yourself as well. And we as Minnesota Viking fans, Purple Nation fans, deserve a Super Bowl championship, and eventually JJ McCarthy is going to deliver that. We got some people to add to the wall. I want to add my guy, Black Al Bundy. Black Al Bundy, man, you've been around since the early times of the show and the podcast. Great commentary, always giving your thoughts. I think your thoughts are really well out, so we're going to put you on the wall, Black Al. And also my guy, Krim. Krim, you've been doing a great job, man. Just sending me feedback and your thoughts. We don't always agree on every thought, but I think your thoughts are well out. I appreciate your contribution to the show. You are going up on the wall as well. This has been Unconventional Playbook. Please hit that like and subscribe button, and we will make sure to do what, man? We will see ya when we see ya. Skol.